Hey! Today I'm going to be sharing with you 6 healthy, low-calorie breakfast recipes, so let's just jump right into it. The first recipe is oatmeal protein cookies with blueberries. We're going to start by getting a bowl and adding 2 ripe bananas to it. We're going to then mash the bananas. Then I'm going to get a slightly bigger bowl and adding our mashed bananas. Then 4 tablespoons of vanilla protein powder, 1 cup of rolled oats, 2 tablespoons of almond butter, that's of course unsalted, half a teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. Now take your time and give it a good mix until all the ingredients combine as well as they can. The dough will be quite thick at this point, and then add in 1/4 of a cup of blueberries. Make sure they're fresh and not frozen, okay? I'm going to give the batter a few stirs, just fold them in. And then I'm going to take out a baking sheet and put some parchment paper on, and we're going to actually oil the paper. I'm just using a silicone brush to do it. You can also use cooking spray. I'm then going to take out my cookie scoop and spread the batter all over the baking sheet. We want to shape the batter so that it forms these lovely cookies because it won't change in form much. So do take your time to form them just right, and then we're going to pop them into the oven at 350 Fahrenheit degrees for 12-15 minutes. We want to bake them until the cookies are golden brown. We want to let them cool down before serving. Just dip it in some milk and enjoy each cookie. Each cookie has 108 calories and 7 grams of protein. They're chewy, naturally sweet, nutty, and just yummy. The next recipe is baked eggs with spinach. I'm going to start by adding 3 tablespoons of olive oil to a pan, heat it up to over medium heat. Then I'm going to get 1/2 of a white onion and just chop it nicely. Then add it to the pan, reduce the heat and let it cook until the white onion is soft and translucent. Afterwards, add 10 cups of spinach, that's around 10 ounces of it. Get a lemon, cut it in half and squeeze out 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Add a pinch of salt and increase the heat to medium-high. I'm going to cook this for around 4 or 5 minutes. We want to continuously stir so that the spinach cooks. Once it's fully cooked, we're going to transfer it to a baking dish. Do make sure to leave behind all the excess liquid because we don't need it. Finally, make 4 indentations in the spinach and break in 4 large eggs. We're going to now pop the dish into the oven for 10-15 minutes at 300 Fahrenheit degrees. We're gonna cook it until the eggs are fully cooked. While the eggs are baking, we're going to get a small bowl and add in 2/3 of a cup of plain Greek yogurt. Then get 1 garlic clove, peel it and press it into the bowl. Give it a good stir because we want to create this nice garlic yogurt that we're going to serve our eggs with. So the next thing we're gonna want to do is get a small saucepan and put it over low heat. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of butter and melt it. Then add in 1/4 of a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, which are so hot, and a pinch of paprika. We're gonna cook it for around 1-2 minutes until the butter starts foaming. And finally, I'm going to get some parsley, chop it, and of course we're going to use 1 tablespoon of it and add it to the butter. Cook for another 30 seconds or so. Once the eggs are finished, just take them out of the oven, then drizzle them with the butter we just made. They're just so good. And finally, you want to serve the eggs with a spoonful of garlic yogurt that we made. It's so good. So 1 serving of this, which is just 1 egg and some spinach, is 236 calories. So nice, garlicky, spicy, filling, fatty, and full of protein. It's so good. I highly recommend this for any day. The next recipe is sweet potato breakfast bowl for all the sweet tooths out there. First of all, I'm going to get a small baking tray and add in 2 large sweet potatoes that are washed. We're then going to bake them in the oven for 50-60 minutes at 400 Fahrenheit degrees. Once they're baked, you're gonna be able to pierce them with a fork so easily, and it looks so good. Let your potatoes cool down because we're gonna want to remove this skin next. Once you do that, add them to a large bowl, and we're going to then add in 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, half a cup of almond milk, 2 tablespoons of almond butter, which is just so good, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, which will add the sweetness we need, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and of course, half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And this is where you're gonna want to get your electric mix out and just mix all those ingredients. For me, this is the most pleasurable part of the recipe. So just mix all the ingredients until the texture is fluffy. Then add your mashed potatoes into 4 bowls. Top them up with a total of 2 cups of blueberries, 4 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds, and of course 4 tablespoons of plain Greek yogurt. Each breakfast bowl is 312 calories. They are sweet, delicious, nutritious, and just so good. These are the ones that kids will love, you know. so give them a try. Are you still watching this video? No way. Please subscribe and smash that like button to help this channel grow. The next recipe is raspberry smoothie with ginger. We're going to start by getting out our blenders and adding 1 cup of raspberries that are frozen. Then I'm going to add in 1 cup of almond milk because it's a low-calorie milk. Then half a cup of plain Greek yogurt, that's actually low-calorie too. Then I'm going to cut my lemon in half and squeeze in 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Then add in 1 cup of spinach and 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger that we're going to just grate in like champs. Then blend and add some water if necessary. Anyway, once it's blended, in a cup we only have 198 calories and 15 grams of protein. Can you believe that? This smoothie is sharp, acidic, it's so refreshing, it's great if you love tropical smoothies that just hit you, you know? Enjoy! The 5th recipe is chickpea scramble that you didn't know you needed. It's a vegan scramble. So we're going to start by getting half a cup of chickpea flour and mixing it together with half a cup of vegetable broth. Whisk these two together as well as you can. And then we're going to get a pan and heat it up to medium-high heat. You're gonna want to add in 1 tablespoon of olive oil to it. I'm then going to get a half white onion, peel it and then nicely chop it. You want to add it to the pan and cook it until it's translucent. Then get half a cup of mushrooms of any kind that you like and slice them nicely. Add them into the pan once the onions are cooked. We're going to cook these for another 5 minutes or so until the mushrooms are brown and soft. And finally, this is the good part. We're going to add in half a teaspoon of turmeric. Then I'm going to get some fresh parsley, finely chop it and add 1 tablespoon of it into the pan. Then season with salt and black pepper and stir. Now the final step is to pour in our chickpea flour mixture. We're gonna want to stir it with wooden spatula from second 0, okay? Because it will start clamping together, but we want to break those clamps apart. Just continue mixing for around 5 to 10 minutes until it's fully cooked and no longer wet. So this is how you make your vegan scramble. We're going to serve it in a bowl. Feel free to garnish with some parsley for that added freshness. So we made a total of 2 servings. 1 serving is 180 calories and 7 grams of protein. The scramble is so good, it is interesting to eat and it's just something new you can try if you like a vegan diet. Now the last but not least is vegetable bake for breakfast. I'm going to start by getting my baking dish out. I'm then going to get 1 large red onion, peel it and nicely slice it, okay? Take your time to do that. And we're going to add it to the baking tray. Then I'm going to take 1 large red bell pepper, deseed it and cut it into chunks, okay? Add it as well. Then we're going to get 1.5 cup of mushrooms, which we're going to slice and add in. And finally 1 zucchini, slice it nicely and add it in. Then add a pinch of salt and black pepper and drizzle with 1 tablespoon of olive oil. You're gonna want to toss these vegetables as well as you can in the oil because we're going to pop them into the oven for 20 to 25 minutes at 400 Fahrenheit degrees. We're gonna want to roast them. While the veggies are roasting, we're going to get a large bowl and break in 6 large eggs, 1 by 1, and then we're going to beat them. Whisk them as well as you can, and then we're going to actually get some parsley and just chop it. You want to add in 3 tablespoons of parsley into this mixture and give it a good stir. Once the veggies are done, get rid of any water there is and pour in the egg mixture. We're going to return this baking dish to the oven and cook it for 10 minutes until the eggs are fully set. Let it cool down for 5 minutes or so before serving. While this recipe doesn't look like much, it's so delicious. 1 serving out of 6 is 119 calories each. It's delicious, it's full of flavors. It's also an easy breakfast to make for families. So which one of these low-calorie breakfast recipes is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section. To see full recipes, just go to allnutritious.com. This is where I share all the recipes. Make sure to like and subscribe to help this channel grow. Either way, have a lovely day, take care, and bye-bye.